Hello again, everybody, and welcome to my Character Crusade Unbound Season 3 Let's Play featuring Blodius Vigilis, the Blue Sentry. Okay, so we left off last episode when we bedded for the night at the Four Shields Tavern here at Dragon's Bridge. And we took all episode to to ride from Whiterun up here to Dragon's Bridge. We still haven't made it to Solitude, where we plan on joining the Imperial Legion. Off camera, I was able to eat and drink, have some breakfast, become sated and quenched, and I was actually able to sell off a lot of our loot from, what was that, Robber's Gorge? Yeah. I was able to sell off a lot of that loot to the local blacksmith here in Dragon's Bridge. All this here was added by the Great Cities of Skyrim mod. I highly recommend it. It does tend to tax your system a bit. It makes my FPS drop for sure, and I'm running a pretty high-end PC with a 1080 Ti, 32 gigs of RAM, and an i7 processor. So if you're kind of stretched for performance on your current system, maybe that wouldn't be the best mod to add, but if you're looking to spice up your game world a little bit more, that's a great way to do it. Okay, so now we should have no problem getting to Solitude this morning. 9 o'clock in the morning. So we should be able to ride right up to Solitude. And let's see if we can fix our convenient horses issue here. I see the roof of the Blue Palace up there. Okay. So seeing these big Imperial walls makes us kind of feel a little better, a little more secure. It's what we're used to. We grew up in the, or Blodius grew up in the Imperial City anyway. So these big stone walls do tend to make him safe as opposed to claustrophobic, as it does to some other characters. Namely, wood elf characters that happen to be druidic archers. Do you have any traveling equipment that I can purchase for this horse?
Of course.
I want a better saddle and some sacks.
For that price? Sure. Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Ah, nice. Okay. Thank you. So now I should have access to store things in my horse, so I don't get over encumbered and have to crawl around everywhere at a snail's pace. What do we have here? Ah, a rider's horn. I don't like the Nord one, though. We'll probably trade that in for an Imperial one.
You got business at the stables? Work hard for the future and leave the past be. That's my motto. Of course. For that price? Sure.
Great. Okay, so now we have a more appropriately styled horn.
Check out the view on your way.
Did it automatically equip that power for me? Oh yeah, it did. Interesting. Excellent. Now we don't have to worry about losing our horse. Okay, great. Yeah, okay, so now we have some extra things to do that we can do with convenient horses. I wasn't aware that I hadn't done that already in Bruma, but I think the hostler or the stable masters at Bruma are bugged under the convenient horses patch for that mod, and I wasn't able to advance that quest, or those quests, any more than I already had. So we'll just have to do that throughout our current playthrough, which is fine. I don't have any problem with that at all. Okay, so we are here in Solitude. We're going to go ahead and stable up Marion there while we continue the rest of the way on foot. Oh, also, I was able to sell off a bunch of our equipment, including that orcish armor that Balgroof gave us. It's just not our style. It was heavy and kind of savage looking. And Blodius likes things that are a little more refined and kind of reflect his station in life, sort of, and sort of inspires people around him. But we were also able to buy a new set of steel plate armor. This one has been enchanted with an enchantment from the Somerset, or I'm sorry, Summer Mist, an Isaion enchantment overhaul. So in situations like at Robber's Gorge, where we find ourselves with low health, we will take 15% less damage from attacks now when we're in that precarious situation. I don't know how much that's actually going to help us, but it's not going to hurt. And we still get to wear our shiny armor. And we also found a couple pieces that might interest us if we can find the rest of them to complete the set. Vanguard plate boots, just the name Vanguard fits this character pretty well, so we'll look at it. Spellbinder runic armor is also fancy heavy armor that Blodius might be interested in wearing, so we'll keep hold of that. Other than that, we haven't really found anything that would cause us to switch out our gear. And if you're wondering why I am using just regular steel gauntlets and boots, the Nordic and Imperial styling of them respectively, it's because they're enchanted. We were able to find this in Bruma, the steel gauntlets of synthesis, which automatically recharge our enchanted weapon that we're holding. Which is invaluable for somebody who does not like using soul gems and is not interested in learning enchanting himself. And also carry capacity buff with these Imperial boots. So there's that. Oh, this guy gets around, man.
To join the Legion, speak to Rika. If not, just keep your nose clean while you're here, or you'll end up like Robbie.
Rika. I don't know who Rogvir is, but something tells me we'll find out shortly. Rika. Hadvar told us to come see General Tullius. I'm sorry about that. I thought I muted my Discord Discord client on my desktop. I guess not. My DM inbox is blowing up at the present, so you might hear the little ding go off there. Hadvar told us to go see General Tullius. The guard is telling us to go see Rika. And he did mention Castle Dower, so we'll find that.
Positions.
Sorry, you need to go home. Go home and stay there until your mother comes.
Yeah, the kid doesn't need to see what's about to go on here.
Get on with
You
it!
should tell her that her uncle is scum that betrayed his high king. Best she know now, Advar. Traitor!
They're all hard
Rogvir, you helped Ulfric Stormcloak escape the city after
Oh, another beheading, huh?
By opening that gate for Ulfric, you betrayed the people of Solitude. He doesn't deserve to speak!
There was no murder. Ulfric challenged Thorin. He beat the High King in fair combat. Such is our way. Such is the ancient custom of Skyrim and all Nords.
Boo!
Yeah, Nords love their beheadings, huh?
On this day, I go to Sovngarde.
I guess Imperials do to a certain extent, too. Well, poor guy. It sounds like he was just acting on his beliefs and his sense of honor regarding Ulfric and the Stormcloaks. Not a sentiment that we that we find ourselves at odds with so much, but this execution was probably necessary. Anyway, we didn't know the guy, but it was nice to pay our respects anyway.
I expected more.
More than somebody getting their head chopped off? Never understand some people.
Good riddance to bad rubbish, I say.
Okay, so I'm seeing some banners flying over here. This is probably where the Imperial Legion headquarters are, so finally, looks like we've just about made it here, huh? Blacksmith, that's good to know. Okay, and these look like Legionnaires, so this looks pretty official.
Legion skeevers got warm beds and cold mead. You look like you could use both.
Ugh, could use a lot more than that. Ah, no, this is more like it.
I'm telling you, Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That has to be the
That's
general.
not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause.
And I'm guessing
Rick
that
and
is
Dawnstar
Ricka.
And Winterhold support him.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire, fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
General,
You people and your damn Jarls.
sir, you can't force a Nord to accept help he hasn't asked for.
If Ulfric's making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some of your intelligence regarding Ulfric's plans. Embellish if you have to. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody sense of honor.
Sir.
Okay, so immediately we're pretty impressed with General Tullius here. He sounds like a master tactician, both in the ways of warfare and politics. Would like to speak to him.
Are my men now giving free rein to anyone who wanders into the castle? Do you have some reason to be here, citizen?
Oh, excuse me for intruding, but I came to pledge my sword to the Empire and the Legion.
Fine. Why don't you have a chat with Legate Ricka? I suspect we might have use for someone resourceful like you.
Thank you, sir. And where can I get some of this armor? That is some fancy stuff.
Sir.
Oh.
I've got a good feeling about you, and I don't often get good feelings about anything. A warrior knows to trust her gut. I'm not going to go through the normal process with you. I've got a little test lined up. Pass that, and we'll talk about you joining the Legion.
What kind of test are we talking about here?
The kind that evaluates your usefulness during duress. I'm sending you to clear out Fort Hrogstad. If you survive, you'll pass. If you die, then I'll have no further use for your corpse.
Okay, so what am I doing at Fort Hrogstad? What's there now?
The ancients built many of the fortresses that dot the landscape of Skyrim. Sadly, most have fallen into disrepair, and nearly all have been overrun with bandits or other vagabonds. Fort Hrogstad is one of the few that remains mostly intact. We're going to install a garrison there, but first, you're going to clean out the bandits that have moved in.
And I'm to go alone?
Yes, this is a test. I don't think you're regular militia material. I want to see what you're capable of.
Okay, well, consider that fort already yours.
Good, that's what I want to hear. Now go make it happen, soldier.
Okay. I wonder if Rika already has intel on Blodius. He was able to clear out... That's an interesting looking dagger, isn't it? Imperial... I think this is added by a mod. Don't remember the name of it, but it adds in a whole bunch of unique items and places them throughout the world. There are swords and maces and stuff like that too, so I'm looking forward to finding some of those. Yeah, Blodius did clear out Robber's Gorge, and he did make quite a name for himself in Bruma as a talented warrior and a noble sentry of sorts. So her comment about not being normal militia material is a bit telling that she's heard of us already. But she just wants to see if some of these tall tales that she's heard about Blodius and what he's capable of is actually true, how much of it actually holds water. So she sent us to an Imperial fort that's been overrun with brigands to go try to clear that out. Well, Blodius is not one to turn down a challenge, and if this is what gets him into the good graces of the higher-ups of the Legion here, and gets him into a position where he can have more of an impact on the war at the same time, he is all for it. So, that's probably what he'll do.
It doesn't matter how many times you ask. You might want to rethink that. You're missing out on some wonderful opportunities working in that bar.
Looks like an unsavory character. Okay, so let's take a look at where we are headed. Fort Hragstad. Okay, so it looks like it's east in some more typical Skyrim terrain over here in the icy mountains. So it looks like we're going to, I'm sorry, west, not east. We're going to head west on this road here. We're going to take a right at this statue of Meridia. And then we are going to take another left at that fork and then a right. And there should be a fort out there that needs clearing. I really wish I had a follower right now. Not going to lie. But she specifically said to go alone, so that's what we'll try to do. Maybe tough. But I think Blodius is up to the challenge. Okay, but before we go there, we're going to sell off a few more of our things. We're going to see what the merchants here have in stock that we can use to sort of upgrade our current gear. And whatever else that we can find. We're probably going to have to upgrade our, restock our supply of potions if we're going to take on this fort ourselves at legendary difficulty. That may be a necessity, I'm afraid. But I'll probably go ahead and cut the video here and cut back when we're closer to the fort. I will probably also just go ahead and record the ride there, just in case anything interesting happens on the way. We've already had a lot of things that were strangely fitting for this playthrough and the backstory, as far as the old Imperial soldier that we talked to at Dragon's Bridge, and just things, just NPC interactions in general, have kind of fit rather nicely, especially with interesting NPCs, which adds a great amount of depth to the sort of interpersonal aspect of a character in this game. So I'm looking forward to exploring that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and keep shopping, and I will see you on the road.
If you're looking for potions, you should talk to my aunt, Angeline Morard.
You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun?
Yes, actually, but just briefly.
Wonderful. I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help.
Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't met her, but I could try to get more information.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news.
Okay, so now we have a task to talk to the guard captain here in Solitude, who also has ties to the Legion, about Angeline's daughter. So we will do that when we go, hopefully successfully return from our task to clear out Fort Kragstad.
Take a look.
Okay, on the road again. It is 12:09 p.m. Hopefully we can make it to the fort, clear it out, and get back before it gets too dark again. I'm not super confident about that anymore, but hey. Okay, so let's see. Coming up on the right is going to be Meridian's, Meridia's shrine. And we did pick up Meridia's beacon back in Bruma during our little backstory adventures there. Blodius has heard. He's not highly educated. He kind of left school to become Adius's intern or apprentice. So he doesn't have a ton of education on the Daedra. He has heard of Meridia. And what Meridia is all about, and she didn't seem all that bad to him. He did find the beacon in a cave, and I don't remember exactly where, but it was in a chest somewhere in a cave somewhere back in Bruma. And the voice that was in his head when he picked it up was stern, but it wasn't evil. He also... Who is this? Oh, more Thalmor. Please preserve my patience. Alright. He didn't get the feeling that that this entity was evil. It was just very stern and impatient. And also seemed to have a disdain for the undead, which also doesn't seem evil. But he recently encountered the Vigilance of Stendarr on the road between Robber's Forge and Dragon's Bridge. And it was there that he got a counter perception of Meridia. And here we are at the fort that we're supposed to be clearing out, so I think we'll go ahead and park our horse over here. Hopefully nobody wanders away with it. Oh, and now that we can actually store stuff in the horse, let's go ahead and do that. He got kind of a conflicting impression of Meridia from the Vigilance that he encountered on the road. So he's going to avoid that quest for now, but I think that at some point in the future he will be able to look past that and take on that quest for Meridia. He doesn't get the feeling that she's as dark a presence as the Vigilance would have him believe. Okay, so we have quite the battle in store for us here. Oh, where's our helmet at? Did I accidentally sell my helmet? Oh, I did. That's terrible. Alright, don't look. I'm going to have to console it back in because I'm not riding all the way back to rebuy it. At least I thought. I guess that's what happened to it. I really have no idea. I don't think I would have sold it on purpose. Let's see. Help. plate helmet. Steel plate helmet, just an unenchanted normal one, not a dragon plate. Steel plate helmet, there we go. Player.add item 1395E, and one of them. There we go. Goodness. Alright. Tend to get a bit spacey after a while, I suppose, when you're talking about what you're doing while you're playing and trying to role play and keep track of a character all at the same time. Alright, so we are outfitted, ready to go. Hopefully these guys don't pose too much of an issue for us, but you never know. On legendary difficulty especially. Alright, you criminal scum. Come down here and see what you have. Well, it looks like you have arrows. That's not our favorite thing. Come on then. Have a seat. You too. Oh, I'm getting flanked. By a dual wielder. Okay, here we go. This is not good.
This is the end for you.
Can't believe I got flanked there. We do have some potions to use if it comes to that. It will come to that. Oh, how quickly you can die on legendary difficulty. So this should be fun, huh? Good thing I stopped to regain that helmet. I feel like just a little bit more armor rating will help. Okay, there's that dual wielder over there. Let's take care of her first. Alright, you criminal scum. Where's our other...
Now in this
Okay, there's one.
you won't live.
One out of the way. Could use another timing streak here, that would be great. Well, now it's not going to happen because I got shot. Oh, those archers are killing me. Literally. Okay. So, let's see. I think getting rid of this dual wielder is a wise course of action, but then we need to move around somewhere else where the archers aren't going to get to us. We need to present a moving target here and not be a sitting duck. Do our best not to trigger those other brigands. We'll get through this.
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Oh my gosh. What the hell was that? Okay, so it ignored my power bash and just went right on through with her own power attack, and I died immediately. That was nice. It was real nice. I still think going after the dual wielder first is the wisest course of action because she's going to do the most damage to us. Now those archers also did a hell of a lot of damage to us, so we'll have to be wary of them as well.
Now ain't this a surprise?
There we go. Take her off her feet. Pound on her a little bit. Keep her staggered.
You can't hide from me. I cannot best you.
There we go. Alright, let's keep moving. We can get around this tree here.
You won't live to see tomorrow.
Okay, they're shooting arrows at us again. Alright, let's go ahead and get some healing in here. Try and block the, block the archers from getting to us. Where are you? There you are. Come on.
This is the end for you.
Okay, we can create a choke point here. We'll come and get some. No? Oh boy.
I swear I'll kill you.
So this might not work out as much as I had hoped. The AI pathfinding. Usually presents an advantage for us, but this time it did not. So we're going to have to spend some stamina to get ourselves into a more strategic position here. Where'd she go? Did she get stuck in that tree? Find out soon. Oh, there she is. All the way the hell over there, huh?
This is the end for you.
We need stamina. Oops, I didn't need that. Oops, we didn't need that either. I don't have any stamina hotkeyed. Great. Oh, jeez. Was not prepared. Sorry, everybody. Now we have lots of stamina hotkeyed. Good on health, though. Alright. Oh, jeez, I keep taking the wrong potion. There we go. Alright, she's done. Now I just got to take care of the archers. Which may be easier said than done. Just keep the shield up. Okay, can't bash anymore. She's injured. Alright, good. Okay.
Think you can take me?
Luckily, she's not doing as much damage with that dagger as the bandit chief was back at Robber's Gorge. Okay, excellent. Alright. We're doing this, guys. Even though I just chugged a whole bunch of potions that I wasn't supposed to. Alright, there's another archer around here somewhere. Oh, he's all the way up on that far tower. Oh, and there's one up on this top tower over here, too. Okay, let's get to a safe spot and heal. Okay. Keeping our shield up, we're going to take less damage from the arrows, regardless if they hit our shield or not. So let's keep our shield up. Looks like we got a timing streak there. I don't know how that counts as a timed block. I had it up the whole time, but okay.
That's your best, huh? I love a challenge.
Okay, one left. On the outside, anyway. Alright. And we got a level up. Now, the level up mechanic that I'm using for this character is that he's only going to level up at a shrine of some sort while he's praying. So I'm going to try to avoid taking that level up tactically to refill all our attributes. Take some of the more valuable pieces here. Just to add a little bit more challenge. Not that I need it at legendary difficulty, mind you. But yeah, I think it also just kind of makes this character feel more real if they have these specific kind of rituals that they go through every time they level up or get stronger. Alright, just taking a quick pass here at the outside just to make sure I'm not missing anything before I go in and take on the bandits in there. Okay, so it wasn't pretty, but we got the job done. I think we're ready to go inside and see what we can do about the folks inside. Now, there's probably a bandit chief in there somewhere, which is going to pose a significant threat. But for the most part, in these tighter corridors here, we won't have to worry about being peppered by arrows on all sides and all sort of vertical levels here, like we were out here. It also gives us less space to kind of maneuver and get to a more tactically advantageous position, but we shall see how this works out.
Never should have come here.
Okay, well, he went down easily. Did anybody hear us? Yeah, I hear footsteps. Okay. Oh, she still got us on that one. Okay, I think we need some healing.
Can't wait to count out your coin.
If we can just get a timing streak in here, that will help us a lot. Oh boy. Yikes. We're gonna need some ultimate healing on that one. There we go.
Tell you what.
Skyrim belongs to you.
Okay, so timing streaks are invaluable. Should be able to sell these all back to the hold. Okay. So I think we're about ready for a quick save here, huh? So that definitely wasn't easy. I had to use a little too many potions for my own liking, but we're still alive. Now I thought I remember there being a unique weapon in here added by the mod, Billy Rose weapons. High quality weapon models that are kind of scattered throughout the world here. I thought there was a unique sword in here somewhere, but I might be remembering that wrong. Which is fine. It might be in the main building here. Okay, so that takes care of the prison area in the fort. Now we just have the main area to contend with, which might be more challenging than even that was. Now the tight quarters here do present more choke points, but they also make it harder to maneuver for sure against multiple enemies. Just injured, not killed. Okay. That went a lot better than the last one. As always, quick save after a successful battle on Legendary, always. Okay, what do we have up here? Any more enemies? Oh yeah, Bandit Chief, here we go.
Thought I heard something. I swear I'll kill you.
Can't knock her down again.
Not impressed. You won't live to see tomorrow.
If the last Bandit Chief was any indication, we're going to need as much health as we can, because one little hit could be the end of us. Okay, alright. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I would say we've earned any kind of recognition that we are about to receive from Rika for this. Okay, healing potions. It looks like we've got some more Vanguard armor here too. Enough to sort of complete our... I like the shield too. To sort of complete our set there that we can use. Once we get around to it, we'll just plop that in our horse's sack there. What else do we have? Ah, yes, okay, here's that special Regent. It's a two-handed sword, I believe, although I think we can convert it, or have it converted to a one-handed weapon, which we may well do. Oh, that looks like a monstrosity. We don't need that. Cloak of the Northern Paladin. We might look into that one. That one's added by Cloaks of Skyrim, I believe. Most of this is just basic iron gear. I don't think we need any of it. Okay, let's go ahead and sanctify the bodies here. Oops, healing hands, actually. Okay, so now that all that's left is to loot the rest of this place and the bodies in it, sanctify the rest of the bodies that we haven't yet, and then head back to Rika and let her know that the job's been done. So I'll probably go ahead and just cut the video here and see it back in Solitude. But I'll keep the recording going in case anything interesting happens. Otherwise, I'll see you soon regardless. Okay, so here we are back in Solitude. Returning successfully from our little mission to clear out Fort Hragstad of the bandits that were there. It wasn't easy. Blodius could see how he might have died several times in trying to do that. In fact, we did, but that's okay. We did it, right? It just builds character. Okay, so now we need to return to Rika. Actually, first, let's go ahead and sell off some of our stuff that we've accumulated.
No end to the needs of the Imperials. Take a look.
All these stolen goods that the bandits were hoarding. We might buy back Regent. That's a nice piece there. Might hold on to this one too. A little more coverage than our banded shields are, and we might be able to get this enchanted by somebody who can enchant things at some point. I am running honed metal, as I think I've mentioned before. Let's see, we already have the boots. We just need the Vanguard plate armor. I wonder if he has that for us here. No, no such luck. Okay, so I think that... Ooh, I like the kite shield even better. Tell you what, let's sell the... oh, we're going to sell it anyway because of taxes and stuff. Yeah, okay. Let's buy some stuff back here. I like the kite shield better than the body shield. It's a little more knighty. And then we want the Vanguard stuff here. We already have the boots. Okay. Okay, so let's head in.
Anytime you need arms or armor, my forge never rests.
Thank you, sir. Oh, and we don't need the helmet right now either, do we? Okay, so let's head to Castle Dower. Let Rika know that we were successful. And then we'll stop by Aldous and see if we can get the information about Angeline Morard's daughter before we head back there. And then we also...
why I'm wasting men chasing after a fairy tale.
If Ulfric gets his hand on that crown, it won't be a fairy tale. It'll be a problem.
Don't you Nords put any stock in your own traditions? I thought the Moot chose the king. We're backing Elisif. When the Moot meets, they'll do the sensible thing.
Not everyone's agreed to the moot. You've been here long enough to know that Nords aren't always sensible. We follow our hearts.
So what? Ulfric gets this crown and then suddenly he's High King?
No, it's not as simple as that. But the jagged crown would be a potent symbol for his cause to rally around. But if we found it first...
And we gave it to Elisif.
In the absence of the moot, it would further legitimize her claim.
Perhaps. I'm entrusting you with what resources I can spare. But I'm warning you, if this turns out to be a waste of time and men...
It won't be a waste.
Make sure you take the auxiliary here. You can send him back when you get there and find nothing but old bones and cobwebs.
The Stonefist's no fool. He's found the crown, but we'll get to it first. Welcome back, soldier. I'm glad you made it in one piece. I'll send men to garrison the fort right away. You did well. I'm impressed. But before we go any further, it's time for you to officially join the Legion.
Ah, finally.
Speak with General Tullius. He'll administer the oath.
Gladly. It looked like Tullius had to pee over there, and now all of a sudden he
In joining
doesn't,
the
so
Legion,
that concerns
you'll be
me.
taking an oath. binding you to the service of the Emperor, and thus to every citizen of the Empire. Are you prepared to make that commitment?
Of course, I am ready to take the oath.
Well then, repeat after me. Upon my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the Emperor Titus Mede II.
Upon my honor, I do swear undying loyalty to the Emperor Titus Mede II.
And unwavering obedience to the officers of his great empire.
And unwavering obedience to the officers of his great empire.
May those above judge me, and those below take me, if I fail in my duty.
May those above judge me, and those below take me, if I fail in my duty.
Long live the Emperor, long live the Empire.
Long live the Emperor, long live the Empire.
Welcome to the Imperial Legion, soldier. Just remember, we take care of our own. Once you're in the Legion, you're in it for life. Speak to Baron. He's normally out by the forge. He'll get you outfitted. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Legate Ricca has a special assignment for you.
Of course. Is there anything else? I like that he's smiling at me, but this is a little creepy now. Okay, well, I'll just see you later then. Okay, Ricca.
Welcome to the Legion Auxiliary. Listen up. Welcome to the Legion Auxiliary. Listen up. Ulfric's right-hand man, Galmar Stonefist, has located what he believes is the final resting place of the Jagged Crown. We're going to make sure he doesn't get his hands on it. The rest of my men are already assembling outside Corvinjune. I'll meet you there as soon as I finish up here.
So, while I have you here, what do you think it will take to end this war?
I hope Ulfric will come to his senses, but I fear he's in too far to stop now. Likely only Ulfric's death or the overthrow of the Jarl supporting him will end this. Either way, much blood will be spilled.
Yeah, I'm afraid you might be right. Alright.
Don't wait for me. Get to Corvinjune as soon as you're ready. I'll meet you there.
Of course. I'll see you there probably bright and early tomorrow morning. Okay, well, as I was saying before, I didn't want to interrupt the dialogue there, was that we also have a level up. So we're going to have to take care of that as well. I think there was a gentleman named Steer who introduced himself in the marketplace, and he said that he ran the Temple of the Eight Divines here in Solitude, so we're going to have to go visit that to level up.
Waiting.
Hey, I know you're the captain of the guard, but are you also with the Legion?
That I am. Train the recruits. Turn boys into men. That sort of thing. Thinking of asking the general for some training books. Give the soldiers something to do while they're on rest. Something besides drinking.
Of course.
Ever seen a book called The Mirror? We used to hand it out to boys looking to learn basic shield work.
I haven't seen it, but if I find a copy, I'll bring it to you, okay?
Good on you.
So how goes the training?
Their aim could be steadier, but they're battle ready.
Well, that's good. Have you been preparing them against dragons?
Can any man hope to be ready for a dragon? I can but hone their skills and harden their hearts. The rest is up to the gods.
Well, that is fair. So you were the one presiding over the execution at the front gate.
Not my finest hour. Rogvir was a fine and honorable man.
Okay, well at least he has respect for the other side. But obviously you don't think what he did was right, do you?
No, I think he was entirely wrong. Rogvir's execution was justified and necessary. Being honorable might make you a good man, but it doesn't make you right. Be a better world if it did.
Wise words, my friend. Captain, look, Angeline, the apothecary down in the market, She sent me to ask about her daughter.
Generally, posting information is need to know only.
Yes, I know, but in this case, I think Angeline needs to know.
I've been trying to find the time and place to let her know. Her daughter was sent to Whiterun. The skirmishes there have been violent. The Whiterun legate, he needed to know the Stormcloak positions. He sent out a party to scout the area. They happened upon a large force. I'm told none of them made it back. Pravin Morard, Angela's daughter, was in that scouting party. She needs to be told.
Okay, well, thank you for the information, Captain. I will make sure she knows. Okay, so now we have to be the bearer of bad news as well. Okay. So on the agenda, we have to tell Angeline Morard. Oh, there's a couple of things. Actually, we need our armor from the blacksmith here, don't we? We still have a little bit of daylight left.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with?
You make armor for the Imperials?
It's almost all I have time for these days. The men training here in Solitude, and the troops out in the field, they all need weapons and armor. But I'm not telling you anything you don't already know.
Right. So I think you're the man I'm looking to see. So you're pretty dedicated to the Empire then, I'm guessing.
To be honest, no. But High King Torrig supported them. And now, her Lady Elisif has thrown in with them. You could say I'm a king's man at heart. I guess that's Jarl's man now. My loyalty lies with Solitude. So, where Jarl Elisif leads, I follow.
Well, that's fair and respectable. So listen, General Tullius said that you'd get me outfitted. I just joined the Legion.
Yep. I just have one question for you. Light, medium, or heavy?
Oh, you know it. Heavy.
They don't make finer steel anywhere else. If this doesn't keep you from dying, nothing will. Now that's it. One free outfit per soldier. You lose that, or get it banged up. You'll need to pay like everyone else.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, listen, can I pay you to temper this a little further, though? Improve the fit?
I suppose so, yes.
Okay, so now we are going to exercise honed metal a little bit and have... Oh, okay, excellent. They gave us the heroic stuff, probably because it's tied to level. Great. So we will be a little distinguished from the crowd of the Imperial Legion. We're not wearing the same stuff as everybody else. Looks like they gave us officer's gear, which I'm guessing came from Legate Ricka being so impressed with our performance at Hragstad. So that's good. We have some high quality armor that we can wear. I like that a lot. So let's go ahead and have Barrand here temper all of that for us. He's got the Corundum ingots for it, so we get a few extra armor rating for it, which is good. Will likely end up being an improvement over what we're currently wearing, though not enchanted how we would like. Okay, so I think that does it. And we will get a notification via courier when he is done with that. So that should give us time to run a couple of errands here and head back to the inn for a night of sleep. And hopefully he'll be done with that tomorrow morning sometime. Oh, is that the Priest of the Eight Divines? Oh no. Hello.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
Oh yeah, okay. So he is. We just have to find that temple. But first we have to talk to Angeline about her daughter. Oh wow, really? Did they close up early? Well, we'll have to wait till tomorrow morning for that then, I guess. In the meantime, let's head over to the Eight Divines, the temple, and see if we can get some leveling done. And we have also, we may have met the requirements. Oh, where is the temple? Is it over here next to the castle? I don't remember. I think that might be it right there to the right. Yep, there it is. Okay.
Blessings of the Eight Divines upon you. How may I help?
Well, I'm just looking to do some praying. Thank you very much.
Remind us of our place when we forget.
Okay, so I think we have Mara here, and then we have Julianos, and Akatosh, Dibella, Kinnereth, Zenithar, Arche, and Stendar. We liked what we heard from the Vigilance, though. We're not really convinced that that what they said was 100% accurate. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to meditate, we're going to pray to Stendar for a little bit while we level up to try to get a better understanding of what it is Stendar actually does stand for. Let's go ahead and get a better view on this. There we go. And let's level up. Okay, let's see here. I gotta consult my cheat sheet and see where, or what we're taking our attribute in for this level up. Let's see, where is Blodius? Here he is. And we're going to level 26, which is a health level. That will definitely be helpful. Okay, let's take a look at our block, as we always do. Ooh, all the way up at 103, so that, those large skirmishes that we were part of there actually did a lot to help level us up. Alright, so I feel kind of compelled at this point to take this. So if we get a timed block, as long as we have stamina remaining, we're going to take no damage, which is going to be great for larger enemies that deal a lot of damage. As long as we can get the timing right on that, we will take no damage, which is great. And as you can see, our block is at 103. That's because I have uncapped that skill to 200, so we will keep leveling that skill up until 200, and it will keep contributing toward levels up to that point. And I don't know, okay, so as long as we're doing timed blocking, we're taking no damage, which is great. I think that increased blocking levels still will help reduce the damage taken even further if we block, but it's not a timed block. So that's still helpful, especially in the case of you know, archers and stuff, or multiple attackers where we can't quite get a timed block on every single attack. So that's good. I'm happy to keep leveling that up, but we don't have to take any more perks in it anymore, which is great. What else? Heavy armor is another big one. I would like to get to rallying standard as soon as possible, because I think we'll start taking on more followers at some point soon. So that will help with that. It will the rallying standard increases both Blodius's armor rating and any of his followers by quite a bit. It's only usable once a day, but it also unlocks some other buffs as well, which is good. And better armor ratings are always welcome. Oh, and I still have the free camera toggled. Let's get that off of there. Okay, so there we go. Now back to the inn. I guess we'll try the alchemy shop one more time to let Angela know that her daughter didn't make it, which is not... Yes, I am troubled, but I don't need any guidance right now. Thank you very much. It's not a conversation Blodius is looking forward to having, but he will gladly have it, as it is indeed information that she should know. Excuse me. Okay, so if Angeline's shop is still closed up, which it probably is, probably closed up at 5, which is one of the earlier shop closing times, unless it's just bugged and closed for some reason. Yeah, it's locked up. Usually they're open till 8, I think, but this one, not so much. Okay, so we're going to get some rest here for the night, and I think I'll go ahead and call the episode here. At the beginning of next episode, we will see if we can talk to Angeline about her daughter and head out on the road toward Corvinjund to take on our first official mission as a Legionnaire. And that's over here. It looks like it's in more icy tundra area, so as beautiful as the forested areas and the plains were, and surprised as we were to find out that Skyrim wasn't just a giant tundra, a giant frozen wasteland. Sounds like we will be spending plenty of time in one, nonetheless, for the foreseeable future. So yeah, we will go take care of that in the next episode. But until then, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.
We drink to our youth.